Hi, my name's Keita. Through most of my life, I've been a skinny, scrawny kid. Over the last 2 years, from 16 to 18, I've been able to really build up my physique and become something I'm proud of. And this is sort of a journey that took place of how I did it. So, as I said, through growing up, I was quite a scrawny kid. I remember always being able to just see my rib cage, just having really small arms, where you can just put your whole hand around your whole arm there. Just this really skinny, small, just very fragile and very frail. And I also do remember never really eating much food, to be honest. I remember always just eating a pizza, eating chicken nuggets, chips, McDonald's, anything junk, anything dirty that I could get my hands on. But real foods that my dad would cook, he'd cook jerk chicken, he'd cook rice, he'd cook all this stuff. I remember just never eating it, just always having the chicken nuggets instead of a jerk chicken. I'd always just eat just junk shit food every day. I remember sneaking chocolate bars up to my room, eating those then. Just all these looking back at really bad habits, but I didn't know they were bad at the time. I just thought that was normal. I thought that's how it worked. And in primary school, this didn't really affect me. I didn't really fail anything. I weren't weak or frail then. I weren't being pushed around then. And I was sort of fine. I was quite athletic, I was quite fast. So I got on all right at primary school. At my younger years, I was doing pretty well. But when I went to high school, that's when everything changed, really. I remember joining high school and on my first day, I remember the teachers shouting at me and I felt so little and so small and so frail and just crying because she was shouting at me. And it was just a massive change so fast. Because I went from this, I was pretty popular, pretty liked, pretty just well-known kid in primary school to to high school where I was just scared of everything and scared of everyone. And I was being mocked quite a lot by friends, not even by bullies or nothing, friends. You just make fun of each other, but it's it weren't even nice, it weren't even fun. You'd just be laughing at each other, making fun of each other for no reason whatsoever. It was just horrible. And I was super awkward, super just in a way quite a nerdy kid. I was super awkward, super just by myself, just quiet in the corner of a room, just not really ever coming out of my shell, just sort of staying there, hoping that the lesson finishes. I hated school, I hated going to it for the first few years. And when we got into year 11, so last year of school, that is, where the exams are coming up, I watched quite a few of my friends, about 4 or 5 of them, get into the gym. And they were all getting muscular. I feel pretty, I remember looking at one of my friends after summer and he just looked muscular. Especially for our age, I thought he was he looked pretty well. And when I saw that, I sort of really respected him, really wanted to be I was part of their group, but I wanted to be part of their closer group where I could go to the gym with them and be their friends. As I really respected that. So when I turned 16, I started to go to the gym by myself at first. I went to the gym group, a big local gym. And I remember being so intimidated, so scared and so lost. Because I remember I was there on my first day and I had no clue what to do. So I just walked around the gym. I mean, I went on one of the cardio machines, and that's it. And I just didn't know what to do with the weight. It was so scary for me. And if you relate to this story at all so far, click the link in the description. But when I was about 16 and a half, no, a couple months after I turned 16, I started to go to the gym with my friends. They started to show me what to do. And I remember starting to just generally learn stuff and started to really enjoy it once I understood what to do. Because the whole time before I really didn't like it. I really felt nervous and anxious going to the gym. And then when I knew what I was doing and I felt confident, I started to really enjoy the gym and started to really going each day. And it was through trial and error a lot, really. I was trying different exercises, seeing which ones worked, seeing which ones didn't, and all that. And I was sort of finding what I liked and finding what I disliked. But I started to find what I really liked in the gym and what really worked well for me. And through these 2 years, through the 2 years of me trying all these different things, I've really been able to see what worked, the winning formula. I've really been able to dispel and work out a winning formula, because I've tried so many things. I've tried dirty bulking, I've tried all different supplements like ashwagandha, creatine. I've tried all of them. I've like just guinea pigged so many different training methods: kettlebells, CrossFit, bodybuilding, calisthenics. I've done like all of them. I've been able to really try and just see what works, see what doesn't, and it's been really helpful, because I think I'm starting to crack down on this like winning formula now. I'm starting to really understand how I can make the most muscle and what's best to do. Like I found dirty, like an example of this is I found dirty bulking absolutely useless. I realised like it just put on fat for me. Like I didn't put on much muscle at all. And then when I finished dirty bulking, I had to like I had to cut, and it was awful after, because you couldn't eat anything. But when I was clean bulking, I just felt okay. Like I felt good, and I felt energized still, and I was gaining muscle. I weren't gaining much fat at all. Like, and that's one thing that I found. But through all of this, like I got to a point where I feel happy looking at me in the mirror. So through all the trial and error, through being that skinny kid in school, through trying the gym, through failing, through all of it, I got to a point where I feel in shape, and I feel in really good shape, and just happy with how I look right now. Like I flex my butt, I just feel happy like this, and I feel glad I've got to here. Really proud of it. So that's about the whole of my journey and how it's been. And if you want to get advice on how you can complete this journey yourself, click the link in the description. If you want, thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.